witches and wizards, and welcome one more time to Medicinae Siderum's podcast, episode 5, titled When We Lose Hope. This is Luciana, your host, the plant alchemist. Today, I wanted to talk about those times in our witchcraft practice, or rather, without practice, those moments in our lives when we fail to see how our spirituality can have a meaningful input in our current situation. After all, spirituality doesn't pay us money. It doesn't feed us. It doesn't pay the rent or cure an illness, right? It's difficult to see the connection and the value of our practice when we face some difficulties in our material situation. So I decided to explore the issue of what to do when our emotions are low, when our energies are low, how to take refuge in our craft for real. My first approach is recognizing the space that the damage holds into my practice. Instead of going about it like I will normally do, journaling about my day or doing an oracle reading, I just sit in front of my altar, light up all the candles and sit there, just stay in silence, acknowledging my feelings, allowing myself to mourn or to not want to do anything, just breathing, staring. So the first important thing is acknowledging, accepting your disbelief, your low emotions, your unwillingness. After all, the first thing your witchcraft practice really is a therapeutic space, a therapeutic practice. And I'm going to go a little bit off script in here, because here when I said our disbelief, I believe that there is a lot of influencers or even actual witchcraft practitioners that share their practice on YouTube and on social media, and we always see these people and go like, how are you so strong? How are you always believing in your magic? I want to use the word believe because it seems like inherently witches believe in what they do. They believe immediately that what they're going to do is going to work and what they're going to do is going to bring results. And reaching that point of belief is really not easy, and it's not that simple. And it happens when you're a beginner or even throughout all your path, even when you are more experienced in certain things. Although being experienced does mean that you had an experience. So until you actually have an experience that makes you believe that there is a contact with other forces that are unseen, the matter of believing is really central to witchcraft, and it is an issue, and it is where we lose hope, because when we see that we try this and we try that and we try the spell and it doesn't work and we don't get results, or we get the opposite results, which is very important to notice. But when we experience these things, or we try to make contact with entities that we can't see and we receive no response, we ask for the presence of our guides and our allied spirits and nothing happens, or we ask for advice in an oracle reading and what we get is nonsense. All of these things are very easy to make us frustrated, and it's very natural to feel like that. So today I wanted to make this episode about feeling like that. What happens when we reach those points when we said, I've tried this and nothing worked, and now I'm here and I have these issues and I have these problems. And to establish for all of you, those of you who are feeling like this, or who are starting, or who are not succeeding maybe, and are feeling down and are feeling that witchcraft doesn't work and that witchcraft is not, you don't believe anymore, I want to tell you that this is normal, that this is something that happens. Those witches that you see in social media creating their rituals and reaping the effects of what they sow and etc., that is showing the good aspect. That is showing the times where your workings have worked, where your workings have brought some results to your life, which happens. And it happens when you keep on trying. And it happens when it will happen when you least expect it to happen. And results will happen when you draw force from that place of resignation, from that place of frustration. If you gather enough strength to at least try something little, something will happen. So you will get some sort of result. So this episode is for those moments where you lose hope, when you lose belief, when you look at others and say, how are they accomplishing this? Because I'm trying and I'm not accomplishing anything, or it seems like I'm not accomplishing anything. So in those times, I will say, keep on trying. And well, now going back to my script a little bit to give you the actual points on how to work with this. So we were saying how at the end of everything, your witchcraft practice should be a therapeutic space, a therapeutic practice for you to work what is brewing inside of you in an external way. Once you you sit in front of your altar and you start breathing and accepting that you feel the way you feel and remembering all these things that you say, okay, so this didn't work, so I didn't believe, so I'm just gonna continue going. So once you vent it all out, maybe you can light up a smudge or light up an incense stick. I recommend burning resins and cleansing yourself with the sacred smoke. For example, incense and camphor resins are super cleansing for me. Maybe use an instrument to draw yourself into a new mood. Singing bowls, a shamanic drum, a bell, or a flute even, whatever it is you have and whatever it is you play. And if you don't have any source of sound in your altar, I will say to you, get one, because sound is one of the best ways of enter a better mindset, of entering a state of consciousness. And it's perfect for ritual and it's perfect for trance, for entering into trance. So once you've done this and you do this cleansing, it is time to think about your issue. What is causing it and how you can use the threads of magic to make it better. Is it money? Is it health? Is it energy? I am sure that a spellcraft exists for any of the concerns you have right now. It's difficult to believe in magic when what we need is an immediate solution. But it helps to take a beat and realize that nothing can be done or solved exactly now. And that doing a work of magic can help you take a bit of the load off of your shoulders and let destiny manage a bit of that energy. This doesn't mean that we are disengaging from the problem and saying, okay, the world is going to solve it for me. It means that there's a work that you have to put into the spell when you ask for help, when you not only ask for help to your ally spirits, but also open up for the universe to give you possibilities. So do a ritual, do a working where you actively open yourself up to get new opportunities. So performing a simple ritual for your intention, be it writing your intention and chanting it, or creating a sigil for your intention, carving it into a candle and letting it burn, or simply making a spell jar with the right herbs for your intention, can be a very positive working, and it's simple to engage in. Use your emotions to fuel your spell. If you have to cry, cry. If you have to scream, scream. Or whatever you're feeling. If you're calling in more joy into your life, charge your spell with hysterical laughter. Just laugh on purpose until the laugh comes naturally, or even watch some videos that make you laugh so much, and wish for this to be a constant emotion in your daily life. Use your current emotion or the opposite emotion that you want to bring in into your ritual, and wish this to be a constant emotion in your daily life. Most times I struggle with disbelief, or I don't trust my own magic. I am pleasantly surprised by the effect a spell in time can bring. Even if it's not solving my problems directly and immediately, it will bring some sort of shift in the situation or in my life in general surrounding it. Finding motivation is the hardest of all magical workings, and yet that's why it's the most rewarding. Just the action of finding motivation to do something little will bring a change into your general outlook on your own life, which could be the shift that you're needing for other things to shift afterwards. But you need to repeat to yourself that a small work is better than none. Even if you just let yourself be sad, angry, disencouraged, just stay in silence or talking in front of your altar to your allied spirits, it's enough. Talk to them. Tell them how you're feeling today. Tell them what are your insecurities or your fears or what's bringing you down. And that's enough. And I like to change the famous refrain to "a spell in time saves 9." Because if you work with these energies now, it is more likely that the situation is going to dissolve before it becomes something bigger to worry about. It will also give you a little bit of peace of mind that you did what you could. I am certain if you keep on trusting your inner power, you will see results eventually, even in the hardest of situations, for you or for your loved ones. Even when magic can't heal directly a sick person or buy a house for someone who needs it, it doesn't hurt to try and encourage a little luck here and there to see if the universe can open some opportunities for them or for yourself. Every little helps, and it certainly helps internally, if not externally. And that changes everything. That just changes your outlook. That changes your belief. So in that spirit, I wanted to make this episode for you to listen to it every time you need to find yourself again. Trust in your inner magic and fuel your craft. Every little helps. A spell in time saves 9. So what's the last time you've had an intention come true or a spell giving you results? Keep trying. Practice makes perfect. Write those moments down when a working you did or a spell you did brought some sort of result or consequence or changed something in your life, and treasure those moments and use them to fuel your practice when you are in the lowest. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I didn't want to extend too long. It's just I want this to be here for you to hear it every time you listen to it, and for myself to hear every time I am there. So that's all for today, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Lost in the mystic where worlds take flight, a witch's melody waving through